cynical. I'm just being like realistic. If you feel you're the lucky one, I would recommend also going to Vegas and putting $5 on Vegas stuff, and that's what I would do if I were you. Because I honest to God have no idea how 1 million or 2 million or 5 million can turn into 100 million. I've written a book on structured financing. If you were part of my mailing list 2 months ago, you would have got an invitation to go to Austin, Texas, to meet the CEO of a current bank that talks about private placement programs. And he doesn't talk about 1 million turning to 100 million. In my Austin event, you would have met the CEO of a former bank in Europe that talks about private placement programs, and you would have met an actual trader, private placement program trader, and she would not talk about 1 million turning to 100 million. So that will be the three things that I can tell you. I ran an event on it with a current bank CEO, a former bank CEO, and an actual trader. But look, I could be full of fraud and shit, and so I have a YouTube channel. You can look at my YouTube channel to see if I know real bank CEOs or people that pretend to be a CEO. I've authored not one but 4 books. The one that you might want to buy a copy of today is called Structured Finance Demystified, because that's what structured finance is. But I'm not the guy for you that can turn 1 million into 100 million. I couldn't. I don't even know how to do that. But if you figure that out, please call me, and I'll be more than happy to give you my own 1 million, for sure. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic or some nonsense like that. I'm not, like, that's not my intention.
So just to kind of give you some level set of the reason. Yeah.
Huh? No, I can hear you.
Go ahead, Mac.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Okay. I was telling him, I said, thank you, and at least I haven't lost any money. I'm glad he said that, because I'm like, man, it seems too good to be true to me, but I wasn't exposed. So now, based on what he's saying, I would think that it's probably too good to be true. These trade platforms, I'm not really truthfully familiar with them, so I was learning. Made my money the old-fashioned way, working my ass off day by day, and building it slowly but surely.
Hey, I like shiny objects. Nothing wrong with shiny objects. Look, look, if you want to go down that pathway, I'm not here to stop you. At the minimum, all I can contribute to you is my FBI guy that you would retain. And all he does is that he takes the paperwork that's given to you, and he does a massive due diligence on the people that are presenting whatever they're presenting to you. Should you be one out of 12,000 people that has a legitimate platform, I recommend hiring a securities attorney. Your securities attorney needs to ask 3 questions. If I may tell you the 3 questions. In SEC, I'm assuming you're American.
I am.
Oh, good. And then this program is in Switzerland or something, right?
Well, awesome. Yeah. This particular one, yes.
Oh, good. So, but the securities attorney needs to ask us 3 questions. Question number 1, the SEC, not Taimour Zaman. You have to get this. It's not me. I didn't write the Bible. I didn't write the Quran. I don't claim to write the Bible, Quran, Torah, or something like that. Same thing with the SEC. I don't write it. But it's on their website. It says Americans are not allowed to participate in high yield programs. I didn't write the Bible. It says on your SEC website. So the question to ask is, how are you legally allowing Americans to participate in a program and my regulator says I'm not allowed? Question 2, FINRA, which is your government organization, mine, says anything over 2% a day is considered fraud. How are you bringing money to America that's more than 2% a day? And look, maybe somebody has a valid way to give 2% more than 2% a day and pass through FINRA. Every trade platform that's legal, legitimate that I know of, if you're American, 2% a day is what FINRA allows you to import into capital into a country on your investments. That would be a question I would ask. Third question I would ask, if I were you, is I would show them my bank statement, and I would show them if you have 2 million, 5 million, what amount you have, I would show that to them. And I would say I'm ready, willing, able to start a transaction. What I want to do is I want to meet the actual trader. Somebody is making, I don't know, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, whatever they're making. I want to meet that guy. Here's my money. Here's my money. I'm ready to go. Can I meet that guy? Why, if it is legal, why can you not meet that guy? If it is legal, look, this is the banking industry we're dealing with. It's the most fucking regulated fucking industry on the planet. Excuse my language. But that's a like that would like banking is not the narcotics business of Mexico. It's fucking banking. International banking is more than fucking regulated. The United States is one of the biggest financial markets on the planet. If somebody is going to take $2 million from an American and make $100 million out of it in Switzerland and send it back, shouldn't you want to meet the person who's going to do that?
Absolutely, I agree.
And then if you show me the contract you get, I just have to read your contract, and then I'll give you 15 other questions that you should ask them. Once again, look, I'm not here to tell you they're legitimate, because I actually know the legitimate ones, but how they're structured is so, it smells legal, it quacks legal, it walks legal, it acts legal, and it does legal shit. But it doesn't turn 1 million to 100 million.
Thank you, Taimour. So now with pivoting,
can I give you two more stories, if I may? Just two more stories.
Okay.
So one question you may want to know is how the hell did these programs ever get started? That's a common one I get. And you should Google something called the Bretton Woods Accord. And it's basically after World War II, a lot of European governments were bankrupt. A US senator called Bretton Woods didn't want the American government to fund democracy in Eastern Europe or Europe. And so they had a conference. You might know that the US dollar is accepted all around the world as the international currency. How the hell did people come together and make that agreement? Who said so? That happened in Bretton Woods Accord. You might know that there's an organization that recently went out of business, not out of business, but it's no longer available, called IMF. Well, that came invented out of the Bretton Woods Accord. In Bretton Woods, what you refer to as these platforms got invented in that Bretton Woods conference. But this is what it was. The government, the central bank, wants to increase credit facilities. It gives a collateral to a bank. The bank leverages the collateral to issue letters of credit or medium-term notes to other tier 2 banks. It creates a profit out of it. When you deposit money, the bank does a 10x multiplier. So when you deposit 2 million into a Swiss platform, at some point it has to go to a bank. It doesn't go to Joe. Well, it could go to Joe Schmuck in the basement of somebody's house, but typically it goes to the bank. The bank has a 20 times multiplier, so the 2 million turns into 20 million. They leverage a 20 million credit facility to do buy and sell medium-term notes. And in that model, they're supposed to fund you if you have projects that require funding. That's the story. If it is in Switzerland, I would recommend flying to Switzerland to meet the actual person. The reason the person should not show up on a Zoom call, I want to tell you why I don't think a Swiss guy will come to a Zoom call. Was during the Roman Empire, you had a division of state and religion, God and government, right? But the Pope at the time wanted to send messages to whoever the Pope would want to send messages to during the Roman Empire. The Pope would have his own messengers. These messengers would have their own badge, their own, kind of thing that this is a Pope messenger. When you saw a Pope messenger in a road, on a road or alleyway, you had no choice but to let the Pope messenger go. Those Pope messengers carried confidential messages. 90% of these Pope messengers were traveling through mountains of Switzerland. That is why Switzerland inherited a law called secrecy and privacy laws. Switzerland is the only country on the planet where it allows you to open a bank license where you're self-regulated and you don't have to report to a regulator. And so if you have a Swiss trader, if I were you, I would get on a plane. The guy's supposed to make you $100 million. Why would you not want to meet some guy who's going to make you $100 million?
That's what I said.
You should get on a plane, go and meet the guy. Now, if there's a fraud going on, I'll have 5 stories. I'll make it sound very confidential on why you cannot meet the trader. I've been in my business 9.5 years. I'm the only one who's written a book about this that I know.
Yeah, he told me I could fly over there with him. And that's the one thing he did.
If I were you, I would do that.
Yeah. I definitely will. Definitely will. Definitely. But I'm just more interested to see like what you may have to offer, or what, you know, what products you can bring to the table and tell me that, you know, you can legitimately do and realistically do, and see what happens.
All the products I do, I don't know why. It's really unknown to me why we do this. We list it on our website. I don't know why we do that. I'm trying to hide it so people will come on the Zoom and ask me that question. For some reason, it's public domain. It's our website, ALTFunds Global, our products and services. Structured financing. I don't have anything that will take 1 million and turn into 100 million for sure. If you had 2 million, I would take you to an American bank. It's a bank, a US bank. You could get insurance on your deposit. So if the bank goes bankrupt, guess what? You have your deposit insured. Amazing how that works. The bank would say, we want to do a KYC on you, sir. The money we're going to give you has to go to project financing. What's a project? The bank, not me, would have to do due diligence. So if you fail due diligence, hey man, sorry. Once you pass due diligence, the bank, you know what they'll do? They'll ask you to open up a bank account. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't understand why every CEO of every bank wants you to open up a bank account. If you tell me some bank in Switzerland is some trader of some platform is going to get you $100 million, I'm assuming that $100 million has to come from a bank. I'm assuming. Unless they're buying goats and selling goats or something like that, it should come from a bank. If I'm the CEO of that bank and I'm going to get you $100 million, for fuck's sake, you're going to open up a bank account in my bank. That's how it was logically done. My bank would say, hey, we're going to do due diligence on you. We're going to do KYC, all the stuff on you. If you pass due diligence, we're going to ask you to open a bank account with us. Once you've opened up a bank account, you know that $2 million that you said you have, or that $5 million that you have, guess where it goes? To the bank. I would love for it to go to me, but at this point, it doesn't go to me, it goes to the bank. The bank will leverage your money to issue Malta's letters of credit. And within 120 to 180 banking days, they'll give you about $30 to $45 million limited recourse loan. The incorrect word out there in the market that joker brokers invented, it's an accurate word, but it's an incorrect and not a legal word. It's called non-recourse loan. So the bank will give you, let's say, $30 or $45 million non-recourse loan. It'll be 120 to 150 banking days, but the money they're giving you is designed for project funding. The business plan you're giving them has to demonstrate you're looking for a $45 million funding, and you're giving them $2 million. The $2 million is insured, not by me, not by a broker, by the bank. Oh, sorry, by a third-party insurer of the bank.
FDIC. Well, it's actually more than the FDIC, right?
No, this will be more than FDIC. So this is
Lloyd's of London.
Sorry.
Is it Lloyd's
I don't
of
know.
London?
It would have to be. It would have to be the underwriter for Lloyd's of London, which would be Chubb's.
The reinsurer would be Lloyd's of London. I don't know who the insurer says. I can show you copies of it right now if you like to see. The conversation with the bank is we're looking for structured financing, not platform. I don't know what platform means. I don't know how to go bank and say, you have a platform. No, that's not the right word. The right word is I'm looking for structured financing for project I need funding for. Can you leverage my assets? In this case, it's 2 million, 5 million, whatever it is, to give me a limited recourse loan for the project I need funding for. That's the right language in effect. So my solution, if you want to do a comparison, you get a contract from a bank, your deposit is insured if you want insurance on deposit, but 2 million doesn't turn into 100 million. It turns into 30 to 45 million. And it doesn't happen overnight. I don't know why it doesn't happen overnight. It happens in 120 to 150 bankings. Now, if you have 5 million, what I recommend is you gamble. You do 2.5 with me and 2.5 with the Swiss guy, see which one comes through in 150 bankings.
Nah,
Best scenario, both of us come through. Worst scenario, one of us come through. My bet would be my bet.
Nah, I'm not in the habit of losing $2.5 million, brother.
Why? Come on, let's gamble. Come on, Americans are supposed.
Well, we can gamble, but it'll be with your money, not mine.
Good, awesome. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. I hear you loud and clear. Yeah.
Someone's about to jump on there. It was bad timing. She was already. I was walking past, and I was like, "Oh, they're already gonna do."
Okay. So, well, what I'm gonna do, I already did. I checked in. The lady checked me in at the front desk. The older lady. She gave me thumbs up.
Oh, did she?
Mhm.
Here, I'll double check whether that.
Okay. Sorry about that, sir. I'm gonna rock with you. I give me some literature. The other person, which was scared to even get on the phone with me, didn't want to get on a Zoom call. It was all kind of stuff. And so, and unlike yourself, I have a background in surveillance.
Awesome. I love it. That's amazing.
Okay. So I know certain folk from alphabet agencies. So I'm definitely going to do my due diligence. And even if dude is even though I may not lose anything, if he's a fraud, I'm going to bring it out just because I'm sure he's gotten some other folk. And I just feel that's my civic duty. You asked me, do I believe in God? Well, yes. And part of it is you don't hurt God's people. So
look, I got frauded not once but twice on these type of programs that you're talking about. Over the 9.5 years, we developed a process. I will tell you about my process. Step one is you have my process, and this is on my videos on YouTube. If you want, you can look them up. Step one is you get a former FBI, former CIA person to do a background check. My background check is not a Google check. We check it to the bank account, wire transfers, like so detailed background check a CIA or a former CIA, former FBI person can do. I promise you. If this is where 1 out of 12,000 pass, not 1 out of 100. If 1 out of 12,000 pass, then the next step in my process is that it has to go to a securities attorney, not a divorce lawyer, not a criminal lawyer, not these people in the U.S. who freaking sue each other all day long. No litigation lawyer, securities lawyer. Securities lawyers that knows what these programs are. Securities lawyer will call the trade platform and ask all the questions I ask you. How are you dealing with the SEC requirement? How are you dealing with FINRA? How are you doing this? How are you going to tax? It's like all that shit. Security guy has to say, yeah, this sounds legit. Third step, final step, I use this invention. I don't know why it works. It's called airplane. I get on a plane. I go to the trader. I want to meet him for lunch and dinner. At his office. Can I meet you at the office, please? The guy who makes me $100 million, his watch should be a $200,000 watch. It can be a $20 watch.
Right. It's got to be a Narden. It won't be a Rolex. It'll be a Narden.
Whatever it is. When I meet him, it should be in a nice area of town. If the Zurich, they're extreme rich areas. So Zurich has like 80% of people in Zurich are like billionaires. 80% of the people living in Zurich are billionaires. It has to be nice. So that's my overnight 9.5 years, I've built a process. On each step, I can write 10 books on each step. FBI background check, 5,000 things to look for, ask for, inquire about. Lawyer, 5,000 things the guy should look for, ask for that. When you fly down to meet the guy, assuming he's real, very meaningful lunch. I want to meet you. I want to observe you. I want to see where we're having lunch, what type of car you're driving. Like all that are show tells. Like that. That's my due diligence process. I give the process for free on our website, or sorry, my YouTube channel. It's costly to do it, but look, if somebody's going to promise you $100 million, why would you not do my 3-step process? I'm not here to sell your process, steal the idea and do it, but like that.
Yeah, I'm with it, Doc. So what's the next step to move forward with yourself?
On my website, I talk about I need to see KYC proof of funds. I need to see a business plan for project that requires funding. Once I have that, then I submit a contract to you for signing. Why? Is because I'm regulated by SEC. I cannot solicit. I can't send you a contract like that. You are the one who has to, what I call it, make the first move. Show me you're an accredited investor. Here's my money out of my bank account. Here's a project I need funding for, like that. Then I send you my paperwork. You read it. You like it. You sign it off it. Then when you sign it, now I have to say, okay, is it a match by sub program we're doing? Awesome, cool. Which bank do I need to take you in? I take you to the bank. There's a compliance department. Every bank has this ugly department called compliance. The one department of every bank that hates my team and me. I have a team. Me and my team is a compliance department. Then we go to compliance, and if you think that's easy, boy, once compliance passed, they'll ask you to open a bank account. They'll ask for you to deposit your money with them. I wanted to go to me, but they don't accept me.
Yeah, well, I'm already solidified with certain entities. So,
Awesome.
and you've named a couple of them, so I'm okay with that. So,
okay, well, awesome.
Yeah.
And then the bank will ask you to open a bank account with them. So you're now legally a client of the bank. The bank will send their client directly, that'll be you, a copy of a contract.
We're not going to do
You read the contract, sign it, and then money disappears from your account.
Work out.
When they buy
Let's do what you need me to do and then not.
Well, it's your listen. I can just massage it.
Cool. Hey, how you doing? All right. So I'm definitely excited to move forward. We can look at some things. This has been coming up pretty consistently as of late. Can he still hear me, Richard?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
so this has been me in several different platforms or offers, and you just made it make sense. It just sounds too good to be true to me. So, but I do understand the process that you have, and you made it pretty clear. So, I'm interested. So, you're gonna send me documentation, or do you want me to initiate by going online?
You have to be the one sending me your proof of funds, your KYC or CIS, and your business.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah. Once I have that, then the rest I'll take care of.
Okay.
So Taimour,
do I send him a link?
Do I send him a link,
or
is there something that
I can assist to
assist to initiate it so that
Yes.
there's
So
proper?
if you can get all that information from him, you get it. You then come back with, hey, Taimour, I'm a broker. I want a broker contract. This is my client. This is my client information. Then I send you a broker contract, and then he gets all his paperwork from me. When you read his paperwork, you'll see your name is on all of it. There's this technology. I don't know how they do that. They put your name on all of it. I don't know why they even do that. So in case tomorrow you say, hey, this guy made 30%, 40%, I'm owing so much money, there's no dispute. I don't know why. We don't want disputes. Your name goes on it.
I mean, it's kind of obvious why we don't know why. I mean, I get your dry candor, but I'm good. I'll pay you for your comedic nature later. I want to pay you to help me grow my money. How about that?
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. So let's stay focused on that piece. So Rich, you'll start developing that piece, and I'll look at it. I'll do my due diligence. I'm going to do my due diligence on those other two gentlemen, and I'm going to call those alphabetic entities to find out if they're doing dirt.
Yeah. Let me ask this also, Taimour. That is one approach. Is there an alternative or second approach to your process for?
A second approach would be somebody who has 10 million is doing what your buddy's doing, Max is doing, right? Sorry, how do I pronounce it, Max?
MACK, bro, like the truck.
Mac. Okay, got it. Mac, right? MACK. Thank you, Mac. The second option would be you go through a lawyer model. And so that program that you talked about, money goes to Switzerland, all of a sudden becomes $1 trillion. There are other versions of that with American banks that money is blocked in an account and is traded on. So I have clients in that program, and so you could, let's say, put up 2 million or some amount, but your 2 million is going on somebody else's money so it's going on lawyer's money in a lawyer's account. So you get, let's say, some percent, like maybe 20% a month or something like that. Your money is in an attorney's escrow account at the bank that's trading. That'd be a second option. You still need to give me a business plan, because if you check my website for some unknown reason, here comes my dry sense of humor. We work with banks. We said on our website, we work with banks. So the bank has to do due diligence that they are doing project funding. When a regulator or auditor evaluates the bank, it has to demonstrate with integrity they're doing project funding. It's not about the Taimour and bunch of and Max and everybody just got rich. It's they're doing project funding. So I still need so that would be option two. Would be you still give me a business plan, and then I put your $1 or $2 million in a U.S. account with an attorney, and then you're hiring the attorney. So if you have 2 million, it's like maybe 2.2 million, and then the attorney wants like 60K or something to be retained, and then the attorney will give you a contract from the bank.
So what's the pros and cons, and is there an advantage over one of those two programs that you just described?
2 million, 2 million at, let's say, 10% a month as a minimum. The pros are, once you're in the program every month, let's say the bank pays out 10%. Then my fees comes out of it. I share that with the broker. If you do the SBLC managed by itself, you put up 2 million. The bank is getting you. They're buying SBLC. They're issuing SBLC at discount rate. They're paying, sending it to a different bank. They're making money out of it, and then rinse and repeating it. Out of that, they should be able to easily pay you $35 million. Easily.
Did you say 35 or 25?
35.
Okay, 35. Okay.
Would you like me to can I show you my own stuff? Because I don't know why I do this shit for myself.
And that's based off of 2, right?
Give me a second.
That scenario he mentioned, it was 2M.
Okay. All right. That's what I want to make sure. That's not bad. That's significant within itself.
Okay, so this is what a contract from a bank looks like. By the way, I don't have to fly to Switzerland.
Right.
I just thought I should tell you that piece of it. No
Yeah,
flying.
yeah. Hey man, we're gonna get you a second career. You made enough money. We're gonna get you that second career.
So this is September 9th of last year. The only way you will know this is me is because the address of here, if you check my company website address, you'll see the address matches. So in this case, I put up 1.2 million. The bank offered me 20.8 million. They
Wow.
told me they're using the 1.2 million to buy sell SPLC, J 4.6. They take 100K for their fees. They use the 4.6 to get the 20.7 million. And this is what a contract from a bank looks like. So now this document, I want to tell you, my son or my daughter could create this document, and it could be a forged document that I'm sharing with you. I just want to tell you that, right? So what makes it real is there's an actual copy of the standard of credit. There's a date. If you look at the address, you can see my address on it. They issued the standard of credit. They like that. So I have a copy of the standard of credit. First one got issued, monetized. Second one, once again, you look at the address, you can see it's me. Second one got issued, monetized that. And there's an example of me drinking my own Kool-Aid. 99.9999% of my income comes from doing buy sell of SBLCs for banks or family offices. Remember I talked about insurance? This is a live insurance case. This client put out 1.5 million. This is what a real insurance looks like. It says the bank has 120 days to do whatever the bank promises it does. If not, you can contact the bank, and within 10 banking days, the bank will pay you your deposit back, and it tells you who to call for to pay. That is as legit as it comes. And look, I've been in this business for 9.5 years. I've been fired now once or twice, but that's what real numbers looks like with a legitimate bank and what insurance looks like.
And thank you for sharing. You said something interesting and used the term buy sell. So how frequent or how often could you do this particular program? Because buy sell, in my opinion,
every bank has to fund a project. As long as you have a legitimate project that the bank can verify to see this legitimate, you can do this as much as you want.
Now, in a question, question is, one, I've seen the insurance, so I'm really happy about that because we know FDIC only goes to $250,000, and that ain't gonna work. Two, does that project include salaries? So can I put a salary in there for myself?
Yeah. But remember, there's a banking officer, compliance officer for bank that's doing due diligence. So if you had $1 million a minute payroll,
I need something legitimate. Maybe a $250,000 salary or something. Nothing.
I'm not here to speak on behalf of bank. I'm afraid any answer I give you, you're gonna hold it against me. I'm not gonna. But legitimate salaries are no problem. I want to just let you know I have 3 minutes for this call before I jump in my next call.
Yes,
but happy to answer all the questions in 3 minutes.
Okay.
If you want to fly out to meet me, you're more than welcome to. I have no problem meeting you.
Where are you located, sir?
Toronto, Canada. You guys think it's an Eskimo place. It's not, but it's nice.
I do consulting for TD Bank, Toronto Dominion. So I know.
There you go. These Americans, some Americans think we live in Eskimo land. Tell them it's not true.
It's nice.
Well,
if you want to fly to the bank, I can do that. No problem.
I've spent time in Ontario. I haven't spent time in Toronto, but I spent time in Ontario.
Yeah.
So Taimour, will you? So I will just go to the site, or will you send me something so that I can then present it to Mac so that we don't do the solicitation?
If you can just send me his business plan, KYC, and a bank or proof of funds, you don't need to go to my website. I'll do everything else.
Okay, and I will send that to which email account? Your
Taimour at ALTFundsGlobal.com.
Okay, I do have that one. Okay. Any last question, Mac?
No, I just want to tell him thank you for his time, man, and thank you for bringing that.
You're welcome.
I ain't paying you for no humor. I'm gonna get you at the Improv somewhere. They got an Improv in Toronto.
Yeah, but, no problem. I don't think
but don't be surprised if I do fly out, because I am that kind of guy.
No problem. Feel free to. So let me know. Just let my office know like 2 weeks in advance. So if I'm not flying around meeting people, have appointments, I'm more than happy to meet you. I'll buy you lunch or dinner.
That sounds good, my friend. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
God bless. Thank you.